There are hundreds of strap companies out there, and most of them source their products from the same Chinese warehouses. There's really no way of seeing a strap's quality without trying it on first. So you kind of need a guinea pig like me to try out a few straps and give you my honest opinion about them. In today's video, we're going to take a look at what I've learned from the past month of wearing 3 Strapsco straps. The first strap I got was this brown suede strap here, which I used on my SNK 807 because it used to be on a full Mosa leather strap, which I disliked a lot because it has kind of this glossy finish, which makes it feel a bit lower in quality in my opinion. Whereas this Strapsco leather band has a brushed finish, which is non-reflective, and this makes it feel much more high-end in my opinion. You can also see that it is a very thick strap. This makes it super comfortable on the wrist, and it also makes it feel a bit higher in quality. And you can see that the sides are waxed here. This is much more durable than the competition. If we go back to the full Mosa strap here, you can see that they only glue a few layers of leather on top of each other, which obviously gets torn apart within a few months of ownership, whereas this Strapsco will be much more durable and probably last a few years without a problem. As I said, it is a very comfortable strap. It is a super good looking. I've received tons of compliments on it, and it honestly gave kind of a second life to my SNK 807 because I was barely wearing it anymore, but now I can't wear it enough. However, this is a sub $20 strap, so of course there are a few downsides to it. For instance, this loop here feels a bit cheap. It is flimsy and thin. It moves around a lot, so definitely not the best. And this buckle also feels very light and very plasticky, so this could be improved upon without a doubt. But as a whole, I must say that I'm very impressed with the quality of this Strapsco suede band. I would recommend it in a heartbeat because it is super comfortable, very stylish, and I feel like it will be durable also. The next one I got is this blue rubber strap here, which piqued my interest because on the website's reviews, this strap, well, a lot of people were saying that they used it for their Rolex Explorer, their Tag Heuer, their Oris Diver, etc. So very high-end pieces. And I thought that if people use them for $1,000 plus timepieces, it would definitely make my 150 bucks Mako look excellent. And honestly, I was a bit tired of the stainless steel look of this Mako too. And as you can see, this rubber strap definitely gives a whole new vibe to this Mako too. And I would say that it also makes it feel a bit more comfortable. The first thing I noticed with this strap is, once again, it is super thick. And I mean that in a good way. It's always nice when you have a thick strap. It feels a bit more secure on your wrist. You can see that it starts out pretty thick here, but it gets even thicker when you get close to the lugs. There's this kind of embossed area here, which gives it a bit more heft, which I like a lot, but I definitely don't recommend this strap for a small understated timepiece. But for a bigger 42mm plus diver like this one, it will give it a lot of heft and make it feel a bit more massive on your wrist, which in my opinion looks very good. On the underside of this strap, you have this hollowed out part here, which I've heard is to help keep your wrists cool on a hot summer day. Unfortunately, I haven't tested it out myself because I live in Quebec, which is very cold at this time of the year, but I have no doubt that it helps keep your wrists cool. As I said, it's definitely a bulky strap, especially with a 22mm lug width like on my Mako 2. So I would have maybe liked to see an additional hole on this strap, because even in the smallest configuration, you can see that there's still a lot of room between the watch and my wrists. So maybe one more hole would have been nice for people with smaller wrists like mine. But I guess that's just on me for having puny wrists. I must also say that I'm very satisfied with the blue color of the strap. You can see that it matches my Mako 2's dial almost flawlessly. It looks very good. I know they sell tons of other colors too, like a lot of people were buying this strap in orange for their Seiko Monster, for example, but I think they sell this one in over 10 colors, so you will definitely find one that will suit your needs. This strap also has stitching, which is a styling feature because there's basically no use for stitching on a rubber strap, but I think it looks good. You can see that it has a very crisp white color, which matches my Mako 2's numerals. So nice unity here between the band and the dial. I definitely like this one a lot. However, it would have been nice to have for them to offer different color stitching. I would have loved to see this blue strap with red stitching, which would have matched my Pepsi dial perfectly. But once again, at this price point, I understand that there are a few concessions that you will need to make. As a whole, this is once again another very heavy hitter from Strapsco for this price point. I have very few complaints, except once again, the buckle feels a bit light and plasticky. Not enough holes, as I said. Maybe one more hole would have been nice for smaller wrists like mine. And as of now, I can't really judge the discoloration of this bracelet because I've only worn it for a month. But you can see here that the loop starts to discolor a bit, which is normal for the loop, but later down the road I will see if the band itself starts to discolor. But from the reviews I've read, I haven't heard anything about this, so I can't really judge it for now. I'll be honest with you guys, this Nato strap is probably my least favorite of the three. It is not a bad strap per se, but I had to work with it a bit to get it as comfortable as possible. For instance, when I took it out of the packaging, it was extremely stiff, so I had to play with it for a good 5 to 10 minutes before it finally started to be a bit more malleable. And then it took another 4 to 5 hours of wearing it before it finally got accustomed to my wrist, which made it more comfortable, but I still had a small gripe with it, which is this seam here, which had sharp edges which dug into my wrist and was a bit hurtful. So what I did is I took a nail file and I filed the edges, then burned off the excess fabric. This is probably not the right way to do it, but it worked out for me. And then ever since then, it's been very comfortable. The lugs do seem to protrude a bit more with this Nato strap compared to the OEM bracelet. This has nothing to do with Strapsco, obviously, but it's still good to know if you're going to use a nylon strap on a diver's watch with elongated lugs like this one. But as a whole, I think it looks much better than the OEM bracelet, which had a gold tone, so it was definitely too blingy for me, whereas this navy strap tones it down a bit, kind of brings it down to a more humble level, which I like a lot. And it's also great for warm summer days or for physical activities. It will be much more comfortable, so I'm very pleased with it. But as I said, to get it comfortable, you will have to work with it. And another thing I must say is that I'm a bit sad that I can't see the movement anymore. I love to peek at the NH35, which is something I cannot do. But of course, this is a concession you'll have to make when using a Nato strap. In conclusion, Strapsco has a special place in my heart because their Canadian branch is situated in Montreal, which is my hometown. And everything about the experience was great. The packaging was nice. It arrived within 48 hours. Granted, I live 30 minutes away from their warehouse, but still a very good shipping time. And as I said, their straps are super comfortable, durable, they look awesome. And for this price point, it really might be one of the best bang for the buck strap on the market right now. So leave a comment below if you've had any experience with Strapsco. I'm interested to hear what you have to say about it. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys around next time.